What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show how to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. This is part 3, and in this one, I'm going to be doing Elliot Ludwig's room, along with the event segment afterwards, and kind of making progress on the electrical room down here. I guess this is one of 2 electrical rooms now that I'm considering it. That's weird. But yeah, we're really just laying this one out. We're not really doing much detail with it, so yeah, not a ton to say about it. But yeah, that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so we're starting this part with Ludwig's room. Now, if you don't know where Ludwig's room is located, oh my god. It's just this door in the middle here, basically, for like a straight shot from the start of the chapter. Or it's just a door that we labeled Elliot Ludwig. That might also help. You want to start by getting out for this room. Dark oak planks, stripped dark oak wood, or logs. I don't believe it matters, but I always like getting out wood if it doesn't. Note blocks, or if you really are feeling extra, you could use jukeboxes. There they are, but it doesn't matter. Speaking of extra, sponges, yeah, it makes sense, I swear, it will make sense. It doesn't. Brown terracotta. What else will we go with? We'll go dark oak stairs and dark oak slabs, wherever they may be. There they are. Stone slabs and stone stairs. This room will be weird. It's just weird in general. In the doorway, you're going to start by placing dark oak planks. You will extend them back an additional row. I think we're going to build the entire floor and then just use that kind of for the layout of things. Basically, we're going to build the wall off the floor instead. There's a reason for it. It's complicated, though. You'll go out on either side from that with 2 dark oak planks. You'll then go back diagonally out on either side by 4. Which you will notice, I believe, will be flush with this wall. Yeah, it is flush with this wall. On either, well, on the right side. Don't have one on the left, I guess. You'll then go back from there with 13 dark oak planks. On both sides. And then you can connect them together at the back here. So again, this is where the walls are situated. If that back wall is wrong, we'll know fairly quickly because I don't know, I doubt myself a lot. We will start from the front and we'll just work around, and I believe both sides we should do the same thing for, unless I'm wrong, which I am not. Okay. So you'll start from the... Just leave the doorway open, obviously. You'll start from the next block over and place a stripped dark oak wood. And then it'll be along the diagonal. Just no blocks along the entire thing. It'll be 5, really, on either side. You'll then go back with 2 no blocks. So you have a little row of 3, and then a stripped dark oak wood on either side. Then 3 no blocks. Stripped dark oak wood. Then you will end up ending with what should be 6 no blocks. And that does mean our wall is correct. The right wall will be weird. We will have to remove those, I believe. But it's fine. And then you can connect them together at the back. We'll have to remove a large portion of the right side, actually. So we might as well do that, I think, before we build anything else up. So you'll take the first stripped dark oak wood here on the right side on the flat wall itself, and you'll count to the second note block behind it. You'll break this note block along with every other one behind it, including the stripped dark oak, and replace it with dark oak planks. The back right corner does not matter, but yeah. You will take this row of dark oak planks and extend it up an additional 3 rows. Which will almost be the height of our walls, funnily enough. I should also note in the very back center, there is a stripped dark oak wood. Now, we don't actually have a center, technically speaking. However, you want to have 5 off the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it'll be 6 off the right. This 6 will end up being 5 once we add in the shelf that is where this dark oak is. Either way, you can bring each stripped dark oak up by 4, I guess. 1, yeah, okay. It should be 1 taller than the dark oak plank wall on the one side. Which we'll actually have to add 1 on top as well. Which we'll do now. So it essentially just follows the pattern the same. So if you just trace it over, it'll be a stripped dark oak here. The other way you could figure out is this 3 between the 2 stripped dark oaks. Nice. Behind the stripped dark oak, on really both sides, the backmost pillar, you will place 2 rows of sponges. Try not to place it off the note block, because you'll just, you know, play the note block. So just kind of place it from the stripped dark oak. And on the right side, you will just have the top block going back, and that's okay. Behind that, it should be 4 dark oak plank rows, and that 4th one will be on the corner. Or on the... well, you'll just place the dark oak, whatever. Although, actually, on this side, for some reason... no, never mind. Yeah, it is the same. So, you see, I just placed the sponge in the wrong spot here. It's just from the top strip dark oak. It's 2 sponge back. I apologize. I had a little bit of a brain fart there. But you do still need sponges where I had them. It just isn't quite the right spot. To make our area symmetrical, I'll place an additional row of dark oak here on the right. From this point, you can actually use symmetry. You'll go in from either side at the bottom row and place 3 dark oak planks, and then a stone stair facing forward. Then just a dark oak plank up against the wall. Extend each dark oak plank up by 3. And then I'd connect the top ones together over the gaps. At the right side, you want an upside-down stone stair at the top, and at the left, you want an upside-down stone slab. The right one is just a vent cover. The left one is actually one you can crawl through, so that's why they're different. They're basically the same, though, virtually. I mean, the only thing that does end up changing is the fact that we do have to worry about that. So, what can we do now? Well, what we can do is... you want to take the... you want to find the diagonals, I guess, and... you want to be just where the diagonals end at the back here. You'll have 2 rows of, I guess, 2 note blocks in front of the stripped dark oak, and then you'll be on the 3rd one. This one, along with the next diagonal, will both be brought up with 4 dark oak planks each. So then you'll end up with 3 diagonals in front. At the left, you'll place going up from this note block a sponge, which you're going to have to crouch place off. Stone slab. Then, again, with a placeholder or something, an upside-down stone slab, and then a sponge at the top. Every single note block we have disregarded so far, you will just place 4 sponges on top, or whatever number it is. I believe it is 4. Yeah, it is. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. This will finish our walls as well, which is cool and awesome and epic. I chose sponges because it's like a yellow kind of wall pattern that's also faded a little bit, and sponges, I don't know, they felt like they were perfect for it. This room is also the room where I was like, you know what, I'm going to use every single block that I shouldn't use in a regular build and just see how it goes, and I did, and it looks good, so I have no complaints. Might be a good time to fill in the ceiling. It is brown terracotta, a block above the wall height, as per usual, but yeah, just, I guess the brown terracotta is the important part there. And you will have to fill... kind of between the stripped dark oak here at the front. That wall does not get brought back. We just place some oak trap doors and call it a day in a little bit. That's not yet, though. And yeah. It's every one of the most interesting rooms in the chapter. It's so different. Like, it's not bright for colors or anything. It's just kind of a nice, like, fancy room. I would want my office to look like this. Imagine me just, you know, making this tutorial in an exact replica of this room. That'd be hilarious. Anyway, you should have this. This is where things are going to get weird. Floor. We'll start by bringing the bottom dark oak planks just in on each side, and we're going to use the flat portions of the wall. We're ignoring the diagonals for now. You're going to take the dark oak and bring it in on the left and right by 3 rows, and then at the back by 4 rows. And then we'll just kind of have that spacing for now. It'll be a little bit more important in a little bit more time, but just not yet. And when you're doing it on the right and left, you will just end up bringing the rows all the way forward along the diagonals. You won't copy the shape, you'll just kind of flatten it out to create a really big rectangle, actually. Not really that big, just a slightly above average rectangle, like so. Now, the carpet is a square, so if you notice, you have 6 blocks here available at the back. So you'll just leave 6 open at the back, 5, 6, and then this row you'll connect the dark oak across and fill in the rest of the front rows. Funnily enough, it's 6 rows off of the front, which is not what I intended, but, you know, that works, I guess. We'll fill it in later, we just don't have the materials yet. Each stripped dark oak pillar on the left, right, or back, you'll bring in a row so it sticks into the room by 1. Except for that one on the back right, just kind of leave that one alone. The one where there's only a singular block. Because it'll be weird if we do that one. Just like so. Speaking of that, back right-hand corner, we're going to go forward along this wall here from the back right and go, again, forward and place a dark oak plank, a slab, stair facing back, stair facing forward, slab, plank, slab, stair facing back. So you should have this row. Essentially, it's a block and a half of space between each divider, and each divider ends up being 1 block thick. You will then just copy that row 3 more times. I will go by block, I guess. I'll do planks, and then I'll do stairs, and then I'll end with slabs. Oh my god. There we go. Oh my lord, I can't place things. Oh my goodness, stop being like that. Oh my gosh. I'll get there someday. There we go. You'll then just cap that off with a row of dark oak slabs on the top. God, that was a struggle. There is one more thing we can do, which is very random, but it'll make sense later. Not really, it won't make sense. It's just because we have the materials. Head to the front right-hand corner just beyond the diagonal, and going back from this note block, you'll place a stone stair facing back, and then a stone stair facing forward. Place a couple of stone slabs on top. This is where a V8 or VCR is. The VHS is, I think, on the table in the middle. I don't remember quite where it is. I think it's there. If you know off the top of your head, feel free to bully me in the comments for not knowing. Clear your inventory anyway, and you want to get out glazed terracotta. Now, these are annoying to place, but you need yellow, red, white glazed terracotta. In addition, we will get out levers, end rods, paintings. What will we go with else? That's a really interesting question. Andesite slabs, maybe? Pale oak trapdoors, and we'll go with a monster's boner. I always want to look in items for them, but they're in nature. Ah, that's not the right one. There we go. So, in each of the 4 corners, you want to place yellow glazed terracotta facing in the right direction. It might be beneficial to use something. I'm just going to use andesite slabs and just kind of fill in underneath this a row so you have something to build off of, just to make this a little bit easier, because essentially it's fairly simple to find. So I'm going to face the back of the room, and I'll just place one in the front left. And I see that essentially I have this kind of like circle in the corner here, in the front right-hand corner, so I want this to be the front right of this square. So I'll still face back, and I'll place one there, and then I should, in theory, count left, and then turn to the right, place, count left, turn right, place, count left, turn right, place. And so each of these will work the same, and you just, again, you want these in each corner. It's a little weird to place, but once you kind of figure out how they work fine. They're terrible on walls. However, when you're doing them on a floor, they're fine. They don't really do much. I didn't finish this one. Hold on. So yeah, it'll look like this. Along each of the centers here, just kind of the plus, I guess the edges, you'll place just a little row of 2. So essentially, this will actually be easy to place, because on this front right one, I'll face back. Then this one, I'll face right. Then this one, I believe I'll also face right. Yeah, and the next one back. Next one again back. Then left. Then forward. So essentially, they kind of copy themselves. And you should have this. The red glazed terracotta makes 0 sense to me, so just kind of figure it out and just hope. I have it from the front. I actually have it placed the way that I do right there. You see where you have that like dark red line? I have it at the top left of the block. And then I'll just turn and place. And then it'll be place again instead of turn, right? Yeah. Then turn, place 2, turn, place 2, turn, and then you'll have 1. It looks like this. I don't understand the red. The red makes just no sense. Like, the pattern would be this, which makes sense. Yeah, you see, you get the flower in the middle, but when you're not having it like that, it just doesn't make any sense. And then you'll have white glazed terracotta in the middle, creating a sun pattern, which is just fairly simple to place. Above the, what are we calling it, the back half of this? Sure, the very back row of this, you will take the center 2 and place levers on the ceiling above them again. Make sure they point forward, because in front of them you want 2 end rods and then another lever facing towards those end rods again. This design gets overused for, like, the next little bit, and then I think after the game station room, you don't ever see it again. You might see it once or twice, but a new light design ends up coming in, which is not actually related to this one at all. Let's do paintings, I think. Paintings will be nice to do now. So, we're just going to look at each wall and kind of do it. So, back wall is nothing. Right wall, it is just in front of the stripped dark oak pillar. It is at the second sponge up. You have a 1x1 right here. I have it as the, like, reptile eye, although I really don't think these matter, so I'm just going to place one and move on. The left wall on the diagonal below the vent off the kind of back half of this sponge, you want another 1x1 painting. Just make sure they're different when you have them. Preferably all of them should be different, although I guess I didn't even hold true to that. Then on the left wall, you want to be at the third row of the... You'll be on the dark oak up, and you're going to go... From this angle, you'll count right and place a 1x1 here. Whoopsies. Down diagonally right, you want another 1x1. Then you'll count right by 3 to the center of this panel, and you'll place a 1x1 there. Then count right by 3 again and place a 1x1 there with another one up diagonally right by 1 from it. And again, I'm going to try to see if I can get all these different. I don't have this one different, darn. I already have that one, don't I? Do I? Maybe not. No, I don't. Okay, then yeah. You have enough to make them all different. There's kind of your painting setup. These are kids' drawings that are just peppered around the room that Ludwig had up. Below the painting, below the vent, that's a weird sentence, you'll place a pale oak trap door opened up against the note block. Again, you'll have to crouch place it. At the back wall, you want to do something with each of these vent covers. Or vent holes, I guess. From the left one, from the stone stair, you'll place an andesite slab in front, with an upside down andesite slab down diagonally forward by 1. And between the stone stairs on the other side, you want a monster spawner. We won't worry about blacking those off just yet. That'll be a later problem, I guess. Clear your inventory and get out. Nether brick stairs. Nether brick slabs, which we'll just use for blocks because might as well. Strip spruce, log, or wood. Oak buttons. Spruce slabs. Spruce trap doors. And, oh boy, what else do we want to get out here? Maybe gray concrete? Dark oak trap doors, and... Dark oak door. Sure, that works. That actually worked out better than I intended. So, on either side, you're doing the same thing, and I believe it's symmetrical? No, actually, it's not. That's dumb. At the left side, you'll just take the first 2 note blocks behind each of them and place a strip spruce. On the right side, you'll leave one open and then place it off the next 2. And make these strip spruce 3 blocks tall in total, so just bring them up by 2. Place spruce slabs on top from there. And then pretend like you just walked in the room. The one on the right, you'll have oak buttons off the bottom, off the left of the bottom strip spruce, and on the other one, it'll be off the back. And then above those oak buttons, you want 2 spruce trap doors open up against each strip spruce. So it should look like this. If you want them both to face back, you absolutely can do it that way. I just didn't. Let's do something on the right side first. From this painting, the only one on the right wall, funnily enough, in front of it, you'll place a dark oak trap door in line with the top half of the sponge. On top of it, a gray concrete, and then off each side of the gray concrete, you'll have dark oak trap doors opened or closed against it, either or. Just make sure that, you know, it does actually end up avoiding that painting. Which it should perfectly. On the back wall, you can start from the back right and leave a gap of 1, and you'll actually do that on both sides, and you'll place a nether brick block. Or alternatively, you can start from just the stripped dark oak, like so. You'll then go out with 2 upside down nether brick slabs, or I guess in, and then have another nether brick block on the other end if you didn't place both like I did. Or I guess didn't. Because that was not something I did, I'm lying. On the left side, we have some symmetry going on here with the 2 stripped dark oak pillars. In the very center, you want an upside down nether brick stair facing right. From the stripped dark oak there, you'll take 2 nether brick blocks going out from either of them like so, and then you'll have nether brick slabs on top. Moving out from the nether brick blocks, you'll place a set of nether brick stairs off either one that'll face towards each other to create this chair. It's a very nice chair design. Totally would sit in it. 10 out of 10. I don't know if that's a compliment to it. I guess it is a compliment to a chair. If you wanted to sit in a chair, that's a good thing. Direct your attention to the back wall again and look at the stripped dark oak pillar. You want to be right of it a row and on the first dark oak plank behind the kind of carpet in the middle. That's what the glazed terracotta is. You'll place a nether brick stair with a dark oak trap door opened up against the left and right of it. Behind it, a dark oak door. In front of it, you'll leave a gap of 1 and then place 2 upside down nether brick slabs. You will need placeholders, and that's fine. Extend the upside down slabs left a row. And then off the left and right from there, you'll place off the, the front and upside down nether brick stair facing forward, and off the back and upside down stair facing back. And according to my lack of a calculation, that's all we can do for now with this inventory set. Clear your inventory and get out. We might be able to finish the detailing, except for one little thing probably. Mangrove trapdoors. Turtle egg again. Brewing stands. Wherever they may be. They're somewhere. There they are. I can never find them. Bamboo fence. Structure voids, which I'll give you the command for in a second if I remember. Blue carpet. Polished blackstone button. And according to my, again, lack of calculations, red nether brick walls and oak trap doors. So the command to get structure voids is /give at s structure _ void. Should be familiar with that by now, hopefully, if you follow enough of my game builds, especially because I always am using structure voids and barriers in those. And these you will want to stock in your inventory once we're done with them. So we will actually start from the front, and where you have the doorway, just the smooth quartz above it, you will cover an oak trap doors open up against it. You could use yellow banners if you wanted to be closer to the colors, but Underneath if you're looking at it, it'll be the right side. You'll place red nether brick walls, but from the outside, it's the left. It's under the Elliot sign, I guess. And then you'll bring those walls into the roommate row. We'll start with the left wall where you'll place a brewing stand on top of the nether brick stair here, or the upside down stair between the 2 little chairs. On the desk in the center, you'll take the front left-hand corner where you'll place a bamboo fence with structure voids off the left and right of it. This is my insane... I think it's a... No, this isn't a fan, actually. This is the... It's a statue or something. I don't know who it's of, I forget, but it's a statue. Behind that fence, you'll place a blue carpet, and then right of that carpet, you want a polished blackstone button. Then counting right, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place a brewing stand. I believe the brewing stands are lamps, but I forget. I built this too long ago. Head to the back here, in the rightmost block of the 2 little desks, you'll place a turtle egg on. Right of it up against the wall, you'll place 4 mangrove trap doors all opened up against it, like so. And according to my calculations, that is the room done. Couple minor things we do need to do, though, before we move on, but we'll just get the stuff as we go. So again, I'd put your structure voids in your inventory because they are always going to be important. And you want to start by getting out. Voice crack. Cobbled deep slate. I'm sorry, that was weird. Cobbled deep slate stairs. Regular old basalt, which you don't use very often. Redstone torches. And we might end up leaving it at that, unless there's something else down here that I feel like is reasonable to grab. Honestly, no, we're going to leave it on that. We will probably end up going further than this, because I feel like 25 minutes is not very long, but regardless, we'll just start with this. Also, black concrete, that's literally what we need, oh my god. So, blocking off the vent here in the kind of front left, along with the monster spawner at the back, you'll just place black concrete. When you're doing the monster spawner part, I'd place it also behind the stairs, just for the purpose of not allowing the light through. At least on Bedrock. Again, I still don't know if it does it on Java. Please, somebody help me out here. Anyway, we'll start with the stone stair here at the left. Behind this stone stair, you want to place, I love counting, apparently. I don't love counting. You'll place 3 cobbled deep set. It wasn't that many, apparently. And then a cobbled deep set stair. You'll bring the stair down diagonally back 3 more times with stairs. I will place blocks underneath them because, yes, is that 3 or is it 4? 1, 2, 3. That was totally just 4. Nice. You want 4 in total, not 5 in total. I'm also going to place a cobble deep slate under the last one and then extend it back by 2. Then go left 3. And then forward by 1. Then forward with a stair. And then down diagonally forward with 7. So 1, 2, you get the point. Should be 8 in total. I'll place a block under and then extend it forward by 2. Then go left 1, forward 1, left 1, left with a cobbled deep slate stair, which I'll then bring down diagonally left by, was that 4? Yes, 4. Just like so. Before we worry about anything else, the row of 4 cobbled deep slate here, kind of where it's a very sharp turn right now, you'll just take the middle 2 and extend them back by 1 to kind of make it a little bit less sharp. 2 blocks above where each cobbled deep slate block is, you will kind of want more cobbled deep slate. Now, when you're doing this, you also want these stairs to make the ceiling. So essentially, I'm going to start here at the beginning, and I will place 5 cobbled deep slate. So I'll go 2 further than the original row of 3. Then I'll go down diagonally back with stair. And essentially, I'll keep going with the stairs until I'm in line with the last cobbled deep slate on this particular row. Not really important for all of them, just important for this one, which is there. And you'll notice that if I stand below it, the 1/2 will be, you know, the 2 blocks up. I'll then go left from that with 3 cobbled deep slate, and then I will also bring the middle 2, you know, back. Then from this singular block, I will go forward with 3 cobbled deep slate and start the upside down stairs going down again. When you're placing these stairs, you're going to need a placeholder. Obviously, I just place a block and again leave it because it will help the lighting. But this row will do the same thing to where we'll go all the way to the end of the particular row in line with it. Which would be right here. And it will also be 2 blocks away from it. And then again, I'll have a cobbled deep slate just to the left of it. Then 1 forward. And then from that one, I'll go left by 3. And I will start the same thing from there. This row of upside down stairs will stop once these stairs at the bottom also stop, which is only like 3 stairs. Yeah, it's only 3, like so. But that'll be more important once it cuts off. That last one, I would actually break the cobbled deep slate above because that will be visible. But then you're just filling in the walls of this in with regular old basalt facing up and down. You will need placeholders for this, as I mentioned, which will be helpful if you have the cobbled deep slate blocks at the top and bottom to just kind of use them to fill. But yeah, just the sides of the vent segment, nothing crazy about it. Make sure you don't have any regular basalt facing, like, visible, or also make sure you don't leave any gaps, because that is something I noticed on my original Poppy Chapter 1, actually. I had a vent, or in the Huggy vent chase, I had an area where there was just like a block missing. And I believe there was an area that I found at some point where it was like a sideways one facing, or that might have been Indigo Park or something else. I don't know. I just remember seeing like a mistake like that somewhere. I don't know, because Indigo Park, I might be thinking of the like slides, but the slides weren't like that. I'm not sure. I don't know, just a random guess or something. But yeah. I guess since Chapter 4 is out, what is everybody's thoughts on it, if you want to throw out a comment? I enjoyed it, overall. I don't want to talk about it too much, because 1, this is Chapter 2, not 4. And 2, if you haven't seen it yet, because, well, at the time of recording this, it's only been out for, like, 2 weeks, I guess. No, not even 2 weeks, 1 week. I did that math horribly wrong. I don't want to, you know, spoil anything, but had some issues for sure about it, but overall, I did still enjoy the gameplay. You should end up with this. When you finish, by the way, at the end here, the basalt will want to be to the side of these stairs at both the top and bottom, but no further. Just make sure that is visible, because this is in line with the wall, and that's kind of important. Anyway, you should probably go back to the top of the vent, so we can kind of work our way down, and I can explain where each redstone torch goes. If you start from the beginning here, you will go through this and just go down, and once you hit the point where the wall kind of curves out, you'll just take this first basalt at the outer bit and place a redstone torch on it. You can kind of see where it's placed, hopefully. The next one is once you go down the staircase here, I guess, the stairs here, you'll place it on just the first basalt that is at the end. And those are the only ones, and then after that it will end up just turning into the room that we're about to make. This room is more detailed that is actually important, and more that is kind of just me being bored, because I was, yeah, than any other room. So we're going to start by getting out white concrete, stone, calcite, which is not for texturing, it's for the ceiling, I believe, if I remember correctly. Or if I'm looking correctly, I guess. Yellow terracotta. Andesite stairs. Light gray concrete, which we might not actually use. Andesite walls, which we might also not use. And we'll just go with that for now. So, underneath this vent segment, you want to just place 6 rows of white concrete below each block. So we know this is the floor. I'll place a row of stone off that bottom row of white. And I'll actually use the bottom row of white. And we're still going to use the front of the chapter, which essentially... This vent will be on the right side of the room. So you'll take the bottom white and go forward by 2. And then left by 12. And then place 2 stone. And then, oh my god, there's too many things in my way. Then it should be 6 white concrete. And then left by 9. Then place 3 stone. And then from this row of 3 stone, you should be going back still with... I forgot the number already. That's just insane counting for me. You'll go back with 10 white concrete. Then right 2, back 2, and then right by 3, then place 3 stone again. Right of this, you'll place 8 white concrete, then go forward 2, right 2, forward 1, right 2, and then you should connect forward with, I believe it's 16 white concrete. Like so. And that is the shape of your room. It's a little bit weird, but it is what it is, I guess. Now, before we fill in the floor with the stone, the row of 3 stone on the left wall here, you want to take the white concrete in front of and behind it and extend it all the way to the right with yellow terracotta. Some of this will kind of change later. It's a weird thing, kind of. You'll see what I mean later. But then I'd recommend filling in your floor just with stone. We're not going to exactly worry about the... What's it called yet? I don't know what it's called. I forgot. The detailing of the floor. There is more texture in this room than the other room. Or definitely any of the earlier rooms. This is the first room where that actually becomes apparent. But yeah, we'll end up getting one of the doorways marked out here. And then we'll probably mark like the height of the walls and the ceiling and stuff. And then we'll just... end the part there. So we actually have something to do other than just a lot of detailing and texturing in this room. Because that becomes a little bit dull, I guess. The row of 3 stone at the left, which is where the yellow terracotta was marked from, you will place on top of each of these stones 5 andesite stairs facing right. And then a row of light gray concrete. I feel like it might be logical to use this to mark. So on top of that, you're going to just place 5 rows of white concrete. And then just like up diagonally right, you'll place a row of calcite. And that's where the ceiling ends up lying. And yeah, I don't really think we're going to do much else other than that. If you want, this might just be nice to do. You can actually trace the walls from the top just down with white concrete. Just like look down and see the white concrete and just trace it around. Wouldn't fill anything in yet, and you will end up a block above the little thingy here, the vent that we just came from. But yeah, this might just be nice to have this for next part, so we can kind of just fill in between the lines, especially because some of the walls have details that we're going to actually do block for block. And also, wherever there is stone, like, in the walls, just kind of continue it anyway. Don't really pay much mind to it. But yeah, something like this. I won't fill in the ceiling yet or anything, but that just kind of helps us mark everything out. And we'll continue next part here. But yeah, once we've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 3 of your Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 tutorial complete. Not doing too bad so far. I'm hoping by, like, part 7 or 8 we could be to the game station room if we keep going at the pace we're going at. Because that room is going to be more than half of this segment, probably, because it's just massive. Although it might not be, I guess we'll see. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much if you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.